Hello, everybody, and today for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, we have made it to the Usagi arc of this show. So Usagi is a big part of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle history. He has his own comic book title that's been going on for a while, and apparently he's been in most incarnations of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He first appeared in the Mirage comics, and then he later appeared in like the 80s show. He got his own action figure, and then he appeared in the 2003 show, and now this show. And he had his own crossover comic a bit ago. But this time, in this show, he teams up with this incarnation of the Turtles. And it's basically like a giant samurai Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover. And it's super fun to watch with a stellar voice cast. And so let's get started with the episode Yojimbo, otherwise known as Usagi. But it opens with Usagi battling one of his arch enemies, Jay, who's like this wolf dude who uses like a staff sword to try to take out Usagi. The battle doesn't really go well until Jay like vanishes, and Usagi has to make his next move as he visits a village, and we get the glimpse of the world of Usagi. It doesn't open like a regular Tmnt episode, but this is where we find out where the turtles are in this episode. It's where while Usagi is entrusted to watch over this dog named the Golden Boy, who's apparently this chosen one who's going to vanquish Jay and save their kingdom or something. But Usagi teams up with this cat lady. I'm sorry I don't know these characters' names, but if you know the Usagi lore, you can tell me in the comments. But she's been hiding him under a rock, and he's like an annoying brat or something at first, but he is the chosen one. But he's mainly annoying for me because I don't know, I just think he constantly complains throughout these episodes, and it's just like just kind of cringy to watch. But Usagi is easily the best part of this episode. But while that's all going on, Jay is ready to summon a group of people to take out Usagi. That's where he has like these necklaces of turtles, and he uses some magic spell to summon them, and the turtles just magically show up, and it's a very cool scene. They're just like chilling and hanging out. Looks like Raph's taking a nap, Donnie's doing computer stuff, Mikey's eating pizza, and Leo's probably training. But they are like, what is going on? But they notice Jay, who's pretending to be a senile old man, but he manages to actually brainwash the turtles by just staring at them. And he probably used a spell on them to get mind controlled. It kind of reminds me of the Power Rangers TMNT crossover. Yeah, don't look that up. But they get brainwashed in that special until they get unbrainwashed. But the turtles are sent to kill Usagi. But Usagi's deciding to rest with the Golden Boy, and he's just annoyed per usual. But Usagi tries to teach him patience, but they are interrupted by the turtles themselves, who are hiding underwater. And we basically get this cool battle, samurai battle of Leonardo versus Usagi. But in the comics, they like have a long battle where it just goes on endlessly. But in this, they just fight Usagi. They first think they're like yokai, which was a reference to what they were called in the time travel episode back in season 3. But Usagi is able to vanquish the brainwashing by knocking the turtles down. But the boy actually knocks out Leo, and he gets unbrainwashed, and he realizes that they've been cast by a spell. But I'm so glad the turtles are not evil. They were just brainwashed. But they explained that they have the hardest headache, and they were wondering what has happened. But they said they saw someone that looked way different. But Usagi realizes who they were talking to. It was Jay, who is after Usagi to kill the Golden Boy. So the turtles now have to team up with Usagi, and they are traveling through the woods. And even Mikey asks Donnie, how are they going to get back home? And Donnie says it will take them 70 years to figure that out. since, there's no technology in the world of Usagi. But they realize they're in another dimension. It's not some, like, alternate future or something. It's a completely different world. So it's kind of keen on the whole multiverse idea for TMNT. But the turtles and Usagi are forced to go undercover as samurais. They actually take out a few guards, and they put on, like, these samurai gear. So yeah, samurai TMNT. It's like what they should have done with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Free, where they instead do time travel. They do dress up as samurai, but they had lame villains, and it's just a wild movie. But the turtles are going undercover to meet up with some bear guy that will help them find Jay. They sneak onto horses, and they make their next move. I just like their dynamic. With Usagi, it's already feel it, especially with, like, Leonardo and Usagi. But they bump into this guy, and he already suspects who's who. He suspects that there's imposters, but they end up getting into a long horse chase with the turtles, and it actually ends on a cliffhanger where all the turtles fall off a cliff, and that's not how you usually expect an episode to end. But that's this episode. So this episode was a lot of fun, seeing, like, the world of the samurais with TMNT. It's just like a Turtles episode going straight into a different territory. It's a lot better than, like, the Neutralizer episode. Not that those episodes are bad, but this episode just feels a lot better paced and a lot more going on. A lot of mystery behind it, but I'd probably give this episode an 8 out of 10. But the next two episodes are the Usagi crossover, so we're going to get more into that late next week. So that being said,